3, 2, 1.
7 things you probably didn't know you need to know. I'm Jamie East, and this is the Smart 7. Well, good morning, everybody. It's Thursday, the 11th of June, and a big happy birthday to Hugh Laurie, Shia LaBeouf, and Peter Dinklage.
7.
Coronavirus in the US hit 2 million cases yesterday, with worrying signs of growth in Mexico too. Former government advisor Neil Ferguson testified in front of a Commons committee, and it made for grim listening. He estimates that the lockdown should have been implemented sooner.
The epidemic was doubling every 3 to 4 days before lockdown interventions were introduced. So had we introduced lockdown measures a week earlier, we would have reduced a final death toll by at least a half.
In the meantime, the government continues to unlock things, and Boris appeared yesterday to introduce the concept of social bubbles. This will be a significant step forward for single-parent families who really have been isolated.
From this weekend, we will allow single adult households, so adults living alone or single parents with children under 18, to form a support bubble with one other household. All those in a support bubble will be able to act as if they live in the same household, meaning they can spend time together inside each other's homes and do not need to stay 2 meters apart.
6.
In the US, as the aftermath of the Black Lives Matter protest continues, George Floyd's brother, Philanese, testified in front of the Senate Judicial Committee yesterday.
George wasn't hurting anyone that day. He didn't deserve to die over $20. I'm asking you, is that what a black man is worth? $20? This is 2020. Enough is enough. The people marching in the streets are telling you enough is enough.
Meanwhile, over on Fox and Friends, Trump's press secretary, Kayleigh McEnany, spoke about the insane Trump tweet, suggesting that a 75-year-old peaceful protester who was videoed being shoved by police and bleeding profusely was actually working for Antifa.
Could you expand on that? Does the president think that this guy is part of Antifa?
So the president was raising questions based on a report that he saw. There are questions that need to be asked. In every case, we can't jump on one side without looking at all the facts at play. This individual had some very questionable tweets, some profanity-laden tweets about police officers.
5.
There was confusion on the internet yesterday as the New York Center for Disease Control issued advice for those interested in pursuing casual relationships during a time of pandemics. The advice included the line, "Be creative with barriers to reduce physical contact, like walls." Oh, what? Finally, Donald Trump's Howard Stern interview from the 90s makes sense as he tried to avoid STDs in New York City. It also finally explains why he's so keen on a border erection. One of the biggest breakthrough music acts of the last 12 months has been Lizzo. She speaks her mind and she's not in the mood to be fat-shamed. She posted a video on TikTok of her workout routine and some advice for those who give her advice.
Hey, so I've been working out consistently for the last 5 years. And it may come as a surprise to some of y'all that I'm not working out to have your ideal body type. I'm working out to have my ideal body type. And you know what type that is? None of your f***ing business, because I am beautiful, I am strong, I do my job, and I stay on my job. So next time you want to come to somebody and judge them whether they drink kale smoothies or eat McDonald's or work out or not work out, how about you look at your own f***ing self?
3.
sport, and this time boxing. Tyson Fury, the two-time heavyweight world champion and extraordinary character, popped up topless on social media to bring news of a title matchup.
Hello there. I'm just after getting off the phone with Daniel Kinahan. He's just informed me that the biggest fight in British boxing history has just been agreed. Get up there, my boy! Big shout out, Dan. He got this done, literally over the line. 2-fight deal. Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua next year. One problem, I just got to smash Deontay Wilder's face right in the next fight. And then we go into the Joshua fight.
The Fox News hosts have been struggling with the wave of protests about racism, as many of them sit on the white supremacist side of the argument, particularly the awful Tucker Carlson. He was deeply offended that children's TV show Sesame Street tried to explain to its young audience what the protests across the US were about.
People of color, especially in the black community, are being treated unfairly because of how they look.
It's a children's show. Got that, Bobby? America is a very bad place, and it's your fault. So no matter what happens, no matter what they do to you when you grow up, you have no right to complain. That's the message, and it starts very young.
Yesterday, we heard that TV show Cops was cancelled, and the current climate has people asking questions about the many, many cop shows on TV. One of the better, funnier shows is Brooklyn 99, which has a diverse and entertaining cast. Terry Crews appeared with Seth Meyers to chat about the next season in the current climate.
Do you expect that the events of the day are going to affect the next season?
Definitely. You know, we actually all got on a Zoom call just the other day because of what's happening in this country, and we were witnessing so many, just abuses of power. We had some somber talks and some really, really eye-opening conversation about how to handle this new season.
This has been the Smart 7. We've got an Alexa skill now. All you've got to do is enable us and then just say, Alexa, play the Smart 7. We're back tomorrow at 7. Please like and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts.
All of television history is contained within the box of delights.
It was happening in front of us.
Incredible.
In our living rooms. It was amazing.
Guests pick their favourite television moment and tell us why they love it.
And is this the episode where Daisy's just been for the interview at the Woman's Magazine?
Flaps.
That's it, Flaps.
Yeah.
Named one of Radio Time's best podcasts of the year.
I don't understand people who don't see the joy in drawing the curtains, a mug of hot chocolate and something nice on TV. Like, what could be nicer than that?
Than having a snuggle.
Exactly.
Nostalgia in bite-sized chunks. Box of delights from Great Big Owl.